Now here it comes. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Damon McGee will dig in here. Here's the first offering. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike one.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Got him. And with 2 away now, it's time to take our final look this year at our playoff brackets. Boy, it seems like so long ago that we got things started in the divisional rounds, but we will officially have our champion by the conclusion of play tonight. Garrett McCaig will get his first opportunity here in Game 7, and obviously a lot riding on every at-bat at this point.
Yeah, it's win or go home, and this is where you really have to start to lean on your stars. So he's going to have a lot of pressure on his shoulders to come.
And sorry to interrupt, but the play has been made for the third out. Inning over. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 1-0. Edgar Ochoa will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Right fielder.
Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Another 0-2 coming. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. Darius Pugh will take his first cuts of the ball game here.
Darius Pugh.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strike.
Yeah, those are the ones you like to start in that bat, especially your first time up.
I agree. Give me a nice easy one in the dirt that I can take so I can really get ahead in that count early.
Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw gets him, 2 down. Brian Samuel will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just 1 hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Now the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half. Number 21 will turn right around and get us started here. 9-1-2 to start inning number 3. Now a swing and a ground ball. This is foul for the first strike. Now the pitch. Fouled straight back. Now here's the pitch. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Dwayne Dages makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
And as a baseball fan, it's fun to watch this guy pitch. As a hitter, when he's bringing it at 102, That part's not so fun.
Stepping in now, Keith Marquez. As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Now a half swing, but it's strike three anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. Luis Cruz will stand in here hoping to at least put a ball in play here this inning. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. When that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. 3 innings are complete now in Game 7. The Yankees 4 and the Mets nothing.
Number 21.
Number 21 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now here's the first pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
One of the great things about having a crosstown rival, as a visiting player, it's a lot like a home game. You're not dealing with hotels, airports, travel. You get to sleep in your own bed, stay in your routine. It's a big plus.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. And that's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Now here's the first pitch. Jeff Sexton is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
And you can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Ready now on 1-1. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Bob Beam will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. A ball hit hard to the left side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Damon McGee will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out.
Hey, we got nobody.
First pitch coming. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. He waits, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
And a bouncing ball, foul. He's ready now, the pitch. Chopper, foul. From the stretch. This is foul right side. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swing, hard hit ball to second. Barehanded for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Game 7 rolls on. We're back after this. Edgar Ochoa will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
One good fastball deserves another as he jumps ahead 0-2 now. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. 7th and final game of the World Series as you get a look at our line score to this point in this emotionally charged contest. Darius Hugh will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. This is hit on the ground, but foul. Now another 1-2. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Second strikeout for him here in the inning. Make that 9 now in the ball game. And he is just carving these guys up right now.
In now, Brian Samuel. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. The pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here it comes. And this will be fouled away. No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. James Jarvis will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound. Number 21 get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0 now.
It's one thing to go 2-0 on a guy, but it's another to do it to a pitcher, and still another to do it to an American League pitcher. You've got to throw a strike right here.
Outside, 3-0 now. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
3-1 now. Here he comes, 3-1. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Jeff Sexton will step in with the bases full of Yankees now and 2 men out. First pitch on the way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And that's what he needed here with 2 outs. He couldn't afford to fall behind another guy here in the inning, so that's a good job to jump in that driver's seat with strike 1.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on the way. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. Dwayne Dages will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Here's another 0-2. And that's going to be strike 3 called. His 4th consecutive strikeout, and he's in the zone now. 1 away.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Into the box now, Keith Marquez. As he'll take a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. And now a pitch on the way. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
And a lot of times you might say, you know, 4-run lead, we'll make that up. But I tell you, the way he's throwing the ball right now, they might be fortunate just to get 1 run off it.
Danny McIntyre will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And that's in there for strike 1.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
And a bouncing ball, foul. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. He makes good contact on it, as this is going to make its way through into left field for a base hit. Bob Beam will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Now a throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. A runner on first with 2 away. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mets leave 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Mariano Zamora is on the pitch now, as he'll take over to start inning number 7. Damon McGee will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
0-2 now, as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in. One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Garrett McCaig is in for the 3rd time now, as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Well, we've talked about it already, but this has just been an absolutely dominating performance out there. That's 14 strikeouts.
Standing in now, Edgar Ochoa, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Darius Hugh will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And this offense has just been stuck in neutral. Even when they get a guy on to start the inning, they've got nothing to go with it.
And he struck him out. 16 for the ball game, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1. They're down 4-0. Brian Samuel will stand in to start out their half of the 8th, with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
You know, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that's 3 straight pitches, all over 100 miles an hour. If he throws a changeup for a strike here, that guy's got no chance.
And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. He's shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they've just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Dwayne Dages will dig in now, hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch coming. Here's a hard-hit ball that'll be caught out there at short, as he'll hang on here to record the 2nd out.
And he just continues to roll right along. He's working on a 3-hit shutout this late in the ballgame.
Heath Marquez will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. Side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They trail here 4-0. Number 21 will make a 4th plate appearance tonight, and why not? He's been in command. First pitch coming. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the 9th is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here.
Now batting, right fielder, Jeff Sexton.
Mariano Zamora will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. The 0-1. A late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shock is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
Yeah, only 2 outs now stand between him and his shutout. And the way he's throwing the ball, doesn't look like he's going to have too much trouble getting it.
Bob Beam will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now.
Well, this has been a thoroughly dominating performance out there. It's kept these guys guessing all game long, and he's just 1 out away now from picking up a well-deserved complete game shutout.
Damon McGee will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
And this is cut on and missed, so the Mets are down to their final strike now.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
There we go. Hey, he is strike out right here.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2. And they'll try and end it here with an even 100 pitches.
All right, one time, right here.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Now a fair ball chopped up the line to first. And this storied baseball legacy can add one more chapter. The Yankees are again champions of the world.
But all along, I really felt like this was the better team, and they proved it here. They are the world champions.
Back now on the show. It's all over, and you see the reactions there to the final out. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.